Guys, today's lesson is titled The Vietnam Wall, and that is a poem. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of the Vietnam War. The Vietnam Wall is a monument that was created to commemorate the soldiers that died or disappeared during the Vietnam War. And I would like to share a little clip from YouTube about the Vietnam War so you can have an idea of what that war was like, okay? So let's check this out. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, then here we go.
It's dawn, and Alpha Troop 19 is commuting to war. 21 GIs bound for a jungle clearing a mile from the Cambodian border. American soldiers hiking their way through the sweaty jungles of South Vietnam, searching for an elusive enemy. The temperature is almost 100 degrees, and the jungle stifles even the tiniest breeze. The going is slow. There could be a North Vietnamese regiment hiding a few yards away, and no one would see it. Nobody talks, so you start thinking. Specialist 4, Dwayne Bloor, is thinking he's going to meet his fiancée in Honolulu in 2 weeks, and he will show her the silver star the general pinned on him yesterday. DeValle is the lone medic in the platoon. He's scared from the moment he gets out of the chopper to the moment it picks him up. Scared that someday he's going to get killed picking up a wounded buddy. Jorgensen just became a sergeant, but he doesn't like it. He'd rather be up walking point, where the action is. He's already got 3 Purple Hearts, so everybody calls him Hero. Then there's Lieutenant Hughley. Everybody calls him Blue. That's his radio call. Blue didn't want to come to Vietnam, and he'd much rather be a businessman than a soldier. But right now, he's in charge of the lives of 21 men. Somewhere in this jungle, there's several hundred North Vietnamese soldiers who could wipe out this little American unit to the last man in an unguarded moment. Today, though, it's quiet. A few bunkers uncovered, then a quick lunch, and back down the trail to the pickup zone. Just a peaceful walk in the sun.
Okay. Okay, would you roll in a 270 from the smoke, approximately 100 meters away from it. I'll adjust you from there.
All right, what's wanted? All right, give me some cover.
If you can you move them? Can you move them? Okay, try to bring them back here. Remember to stop the bleeding.
And DeValle, the medic, having survived another rescue mission, brings back his wounded man. Who is it? Who is it? The question spreads down the line. Oh, Christ, it's Hero, the sergeant who likes to walk point. How bad is it? A couple of leg wounds.
We were walking down the trail.
Perimeter out here.
I was walking point, and we noticed a side trail. It was one of the side trails we came down and had more use on it than when we first came down it. So I looked up and spotted it was an NVA. He had a green uniform, had an AK, and it was like a quick draw whole thing. I opened up in him, he opened up in me. Yeah, I'm afraid it works that way. But he's lying up there on the trail.
Roger that. We haven't taken fire anywhere yet.
I got hit in both legs.
Pop smoke, 4-3. Pop a smoke over here.
That's about it.
Ed?
Well, we've got 7 months in country now, 3 Purple Hearts. I don't need a 4th.
The enemy soldier who shot Jorgensen cannot be found. He may have survived or dragged himself off to die. Most of the time, you never really know. The problem now is to get Hero out of here. So Blue calls in the medevac helicopter and sets up a perimeter to protect it. Hero has stopped making brave jokes now. The shock has worn off and the pain has begun. The helicopter hovers over the jungle, and in the midst of the firefight, his buddies put Hero on the rescue chopper, and he's pulled up 100 feet. 100 feet to a hospital bed and a one-way ticket out of the Vietnam War. And then it's quiet again. Alpha Troop 19, less one man, gingerly making its way back through the heat and the smell of gunpowder, back to the pickup zone. Tomorrow, the military communique will read, one American was wounded in an engagement with an unknown size enemy force. Enemy casualties are unknown. But you've seen how it really was. Heroism, danger, fear, all rolled into one. Words don't describe it. Richard Threlkeld, CBS News, near the Cambodia.
How many of you have family that participated in the Vietnam War? Anyone? Anybody? No. I can't hear you guys.
No.
No, my father and uncle, they were too old to fight in Vietnam. My uncle fought in the Korean War, but the Vietnam War was very different from all other wars like World War II or World War I, because this was basically a jungle war. But let's talk a little bit about Vietnam. You already saw that the Vietnam War was fought in Vietnam, and it was like a jungle battle, right? Like a jungle war with guerrillas. Instead of big platoons and a lot of artillery and cavalry and tanks and all that, basically it was like small units fighting in the jungle. Very dangerous, very nerve-wracking. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the Vietnam War was the first war that the United States lost. They lost this war. This war basically happened because the US was afraid that communism would spread over Asia, and they decided to go to this far side of the world and send soldiers there. There was a draft. You know what a draft is? A draft. Whether you want it or not, you're going to war. No, but I have a girlfriend and I'm planning to get married and all that. So yeah, good luck with that, dude. You're going to war. No, but I want to go to college. Well, good luck with that, but you're going to war. That was the last war where there was a draft. And many young men, unfortunately, ended in that war and fought in that war, right? And in 1975, with the invasion of Saigon, the U.S. bailed out of there, and they didn't look back, and they lost that war. And it was a very unpopular war in the United States. It was very polarizing. People were very angry because they were thinking, why in the world are we there? People could not understand what the government was justifying, about communism spreading in Asia. They were saying, yeah, but it was spreading in Asia. This is America. This is not Asia. So why do we care? So it was a very polarizing war. People did not agree. It was very unpopular. There were many protests, like the protests that you see today. And unfortunately, the big victims in the whole thing were the veterans, the people that went to that war. They came back and they were not appreciated, right? They were like sometimes even hated. I want to remind you that the essential question that we have in all our readings is, how can we come together despite our differences? And many people had different opinions about going to Vietnam. Some people were in favor, some people were against. But remember that most of the people that went to Vietnam did not go there because they decided to go there. They were drafted. They had to go there. In 1982, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial was finally operated and was dedicated to commemorate and to celebrate the almost 3 million military men and women that served in that war. And if you go there, you'll find that in that monument that is made up of polished black granite walls, you have almost 60,000 names inscribed in the wall. 60,000 names of who? Well, the people that died, that were injured, or that went missing during that war. There are people that went missing and to this day were never, ever recovered again. If you ever go to that monument, which is in Washington, D.C., It's very difficult finding names. I mean, there are so many because they are not in alphabetical order. They are rather written in chronological order from death or injury or disappearance. So finding a name there can be very difficult. And there are some vocabulary words that you have to define. The words are enforce, entity, internal, presume, and resolve. And there's a post-reading activity on pages 51 and 53. And they include check your understanding, analyze the text, and respond to the essential question. That's the only stuff that you need to do, those three things. Those three things constitute your assessment. As always, you will be uploading this to the LMS using the LMS tool. And you will be doing that in the next 24 hours, right? You're gonna get it over with, and then you can go on your merry way and do the other stuff that you do in your life. But take care of this now and get it over with.